Hi guys. So welcome to all of you in this session where we are going to discuss the micro presentation round of Christ University. Okay. So Christ University Law Entrance Examination जो होता है उसके बारे में कुछ will understand the basics. What are the dates? What is the pattern and everything? What are the different centers? And then we'll talk in this particular session specifically about how can you prepare yourself for the micro presentation and what is micro presentation and how can you be prepared for this particular round. All right. So let's begin. Let's understand the selection process of Christ University very briefly, and I'm sure that you guys must already be aware of about this. But just to give you a background, so there will be an entrance test. That is round number one. The entrance test is followed by three more rounds. The three more rounds are skill assessment, micro presentation, and then a personal interview. Okay, so these four rounds is something that Christ University will take, irrespective of how you perform here. These four are mandatory for everyone. Now, let's say when you fill the Christ University form, you'll have to fill up the center and the date on which you are going, on which you'll be appearing for the entrance test, as well as the dates on which you'd be appearing for, and the center as well, where you'd be appearing for your skill assessment, micro presentation, and your personal interview round. Okay, chalo. So the entrance test is of 90 minutes. There will be 120 questions. Every question will have a the correct answer will fetch you 1 marks, and an incorrect answer will take away minus 0.25. Okay. 30 questions from English section, 25 from reasoning, 30 questions from GK. Current affairs will have 15 questions, and data analysis and interpretation will have 20 questions. Cumulatively taking it to 120 questions, which you'll have to solve in 90 minutes. Matlab, 1.5 hours and 120 questions that you will have to do. Now, post this, you will have a skill assessment round. What is skill assessment round? Where you'll be given a topic on the spot to write. Okay. Now, how much time is it given or how much time will they give? As of now, we don't have any clarity on that, right? So, uh, you would be given a topic to write and you'll have to write upon the same topic. Micro presentation, you will be given a topic on that on the spot itself, and you'll be asked to speak for 90 seconds or 120 seconds. मतलब 1.5 से 2 मिनट के अंदर you have to present your uh, your ideas about that particular topic. In for the purpose of this entire discussion and this video, we will focus ourselves on the micro presentation. Okay, we'll not go anywhere else. We'll stick clearly to the micro presentation round. Okay, followed by micro presentation will be followed by personal interview. Okay, so there will be a personal interview of around 10-12 minutes where they will ask live question and answers to you. And all of this is happening at centers. Okay, you'll have to select a center. Round one, the written test is happening on 6th of April. This is going to be a center based test. 11th to 15th of April will happen skill assessment, micro presentation, and personal interview. You can choose basing upon your availability as well as availability of the slots in these centers. So where are the centers? Guwahati, Siliguri, Kolkata, Delhi, Pune, Bangalore campuses, Bhopal, Vizag, and Secunderabad. Okay. Same round two, 9th of May, there will be a written test, center based again. 15th to 18th May, there will be skill assessment, micro presentation, and personal interview rounds, right? All the centers remain the same for second round, barring Guwahati. Second round, mein, there will be no Guwahati center, but rest of the centers remain same. So Siliguri, Kolkata, Delhi, Pune, Bangalore, Bhopal, Vizag, and Secunderabad. All these centers will be there where you can choose based on your availability, based on your preferences, where you can go and take take these tests. Okay. Now, like I said, for the course of this entire discourse and discussion in today's session, what are we going to do? We are going to focus absolutely on micro presentation only. Now, what is micro presentation? Micro presentation is a 90-second or a 120-second ka session where they are going to assess your confidence level. They're going to assess your communication skills, and they will also assess how well can you articulate your ideas and present your ideas in front of people. Okay, so I'm sure all of you must have done some kind of extempore or jam sessions, like just a minute sessions in your school. This is just like that. You'll be given a topic on the spot. You'll have a little time to think over it. Maybe they might give you around 60 seconds to think upon that topic so that you can articulate your ideas. I will actually show you at the end also as to how you can do by giving you a live example and a demo. But yes, you can definitely understand. You can think in that 60 odd seconds. Keep what are the main ideas that you want to portray, and based on that you will have to speak, wherein you would be getting somewhere around 90 seconds to 120 seconds, 1.5 से 2 मिनट का टाइम आपको मिलेगा टू प्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ. ओके, so 1 to 2 minutes का ड्यूरेशन रहता है. इट कैन रेंज फ्रॉम करंट अफेयर्स टू द टॉपिक्स कैन बी फ्रॉम करंट अफेयर्स, लीगल इश्यूज, or any socio-political issues, things like that. The objective is just to test your clarity of thoughts. How well can you articulate your confidence level and your communication skills? These are the things that they are going to test. Okay. Now, what are your preparation tips? Practice. Number one is practice. You'll have to practice a lot. On a regular basis, you should be, if you're targeting Christ University, you should speak, you should target, you should practice on a lot of extempore topics. Now, where do you practice from is a very, very vital and a very good question that I would ask, that you would be asking. Okay. As a bonus to this video, अगर आप वीडियो के description link में जाओगे, you will find a link of a PDF that we have curated for you. You will find around 40 odd topics in that. Pick up one topic or two topics every day. Think, articulate, practice, and stand in front of a mirror and present yourself and speak. Okay, that's how you practice your time management, right? So you break your speech into three parts. One, you introduce the topic very quickly. Then the body of the part where you present your arguments. And the third part would be your conclusion, which you'll wrap it up in like 10 to 15 seconds at tops, max 20, 25 seconds, you wrap up your conclusion. You speak for around a minute or so in your body, and you introduce very quickly in 10 to 15 seconds as to what the topic is talking about. Okay, so you'll have to practice this a lot. Bonus edition, in the description of this video, you will find that PDF, right? Second, clear रहना है, concise रहना है. You don't have to blabber n number of things. See, when the time is short, you have to be very concise. So work on your clarity, work on your conciseness. Like be very short. Complex sentences को avoid करो. Be very direct. Flowery language में बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है if that is not your natural way of speaking. ठीक है. Simple language में simple शब्दों में बात करो जिससे कि idea जो आपका है वो सामने वाले को समझ में आ जाए. एक अच्छी vocabulary build करना आपके लिए काफी important होगा, because you need words to express yourself and you'll not be able to speak in Hindi there, right? They would be testing your English language speaking skills. So you'll have to speak in English. So you need a little bit of vocabulary. So in case, whenever you're practicing with those 40 odd topics, make sure that whenever you're practicing, make sure that, you find 4, 5, 10 words which are quite generic in nature, which you can fit somewhere in each of your topic or the presentation that is given to you, so that it looks or it comes out as a very beautifully constructed sentence, right? So be very precise, be very impactful. Avoid these filler words like okay, things like this, because this shows that you're not prepared. In this entire speech that I have been giving in this video so far, you would not have seen me stutter like, okay, I have not been doing this. Why? The simple reason is I'm very clear as to what I want to communicate with you. As long as you're clear as to what you want to communicate, आप ये सारे filler words कभी use नहीं करोगे. Guys, just 1 second. Sorry. Yeah. So, coming back. Some common tips for your practice. Various issues, variety of topics, whatever you see in the news, in the newspaper, on the social media, you can talk about. You can talk about maybe very recently the controversy that is happening with stand-up comedians and the vulgarity issue, the censorship on YouTube. things like this. These are topics which are there in your society, right in front of your eyes. Maybe they might give you a topic like this to speak on for like 90 to 120 seconds. So prepare for different topics like legal issues, social issues, current affairs, practices. So we have kept in mind these factors in preparing that document, which you would find in the description of this particular video. Some delivery tips, very very important. Be confident. आपके लिए सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट अगर कुछ है माइक्रो प्रेजेंटेशन राउंड में तो इज योर कॉन्फिडेंस. At times you may say something which is wrong, but if you present it very confidently, that will still go in your favor. That still might go in your favor. Okay. Not I'm saying that you should say something wrong, but I'm just saying that you'll have to be super, super, super confident while you're speaking. Because your confidence skill, your body language, your movement of your hands, that eye contact that you maintain, all of it is going to be judged in your micro presentation round. Okay. Be very confident and speak very clearly. All right. There is nothing to panic about in the micro presentation. There's nothing to panic about. Like you start fidgeting, you start cracking your knuckles, you start cracking your fingers. Don't do it. Be very calm, be very composed. If you have to stand at a particular, of course you'll have to stand at a particular place. Just stand at a particular place, have very natural hand movements that comes to you, and just speak. Maintain that good body language. If you are asked to stand and speak, stand straight and speak. If you are asked to sit and speak, sit straight and use that hand movements, hand gestures naturally to emphasize any points that comes to you, and avoid any kind of fidgeting or excessive movement, of your body, of your hands. What is something which is very very important is to modulate your voice. अभी आपने देखा जैसे मैंने मॉड्यूलेट के ऊपर थोड़ा सा स्लो किया, एम्फेसाइज किया. आपने पूरे कोर्स ऑफ अभी तक मैंने जितना भी आप लोगों से बात किया हूं, आपने एक चीज देखी होगी कि एक बैरिटोन में नहीं बात कर रहा हूं मैं. लाइक माई वॉइस कीप्स मॉड्यूलेटिंग. That modulation is key. That emphasizing on specific words, that emphasizing on specific points is going to be key, because that is something which hooks the listener to your point. Otherwise, अगर आप एक tone maintain करोगे, people will lose their interest. They will not listen to you. They will not understand. तो बस ये, you don't have to be, कोई आपको ट्रेन नहीं पकड़नी है कि आप बहुत तेजी से भागते हुए चले जाओ, एकदम जल्दी जल्दी बोल दो कि सामने वाले को कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आए. इतना भी स्लो नहीं बोलना है कि यार सामने वाला बोर ही हो जाए कि आपके सारे पॉइंट्स ही कंप्लीट ना हो पाए 90 सेकंड्स में या 120 सेकंड्स में. तो एक अच्छा एक टोन जो है, एक मॉडरेट पेस जो है, वो आपको मेंटेन करके रखना पड़ेगा. लाइक आई सेड, स्टे वेरी काम. Even in case you kind of forget a point, don't panic, don't worry. Just hold yourself, close your eyes for like 4-5 seconds, quickly think what your point was, and then come back and say your point and continue with it. Take a deep breath, organize your thoughts, and then start presenting it again. People understand that you kind of forget a lot of things while you speak. It happens with everyone. It's very very natural. Nothing to worry about. Focus on delivering your message rather than perfection. ठीक है, आपको अपने आइडियाज को पहुंचाना है, आपको परफेक्ट होना है ऐसा नहीं है. If you can very clearly communicate the idea that you have in mind, your job is done. That's job done. Okay. Certain mistakes to avoid. One, overloading with information. बहुत information नहीं डाल देना है. See, they are not testing you कि आप एक चैटबॉट हो, आप एक एआई चैटबॉट हो. नहीं, वो आपको उसके लिए नहीं टेस्ट कर रहे. 2-3 की पॉइंट्स लिया हमने, उसके ऊपर बात की. That's it. Second, you don't have to ramble कि मेन पॉइंट ही जो है हम भूल गए और एकदम ऑफ टॉपिक, ऑफ ट्रैक चले गए, कुछ और ही बात करने लग गए. नहीं. सो जस्ट स्टिक टू योर पॉइंट. Practice regularly as much as you can, because this is a skill. This is a skill set that maybe not all of you might have practiced till now. A lot of you may have practiced abhi tak, great. But if you have not practiced, now is a good time. that you practice your and hone your skills for this micro presentation round. अवॉइड मोनोटोन डिलीवरी. जैसा मैंने बोला एक बैरिटोन में कि ऐसा लग रहा है गा रहे हो आप एक, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं करना है. एक मॉड्यूलेशन होना चाहिए, आपके पिच में वेरिएशंस आने चाहिए. दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड बाय एन एग्जांपल. मैं आपको एक क्विकली देता हूं. लेट्स से आपको एक टॉपिक मिलता है, शुड डेथ पेनल्टी बी अबॉलिश्ड इन इंडिया. ओके, नाउ आई हैव गॉटन दिस टॉपिक. I'll take a couple of seconds to gather my thoughts. Now I know that I have to bifurcate it into three parts. What are these three parts? So one is introduction of the topic, then body, and then conclusion. Okay, I have to bifurcate into these three parts. Now, how do I introduce death penalty? Now, death penalty is a form of punishment that is there under the criminal justice system of India, and not just India, but of a lot of different other countries as well. India is one of those countries where death penalty is a form of punishment which is given for rarest of rare offenses. Now, generally, a debate occurs as to whether death penalty should be there or should we abolish death penalty. Now, there are pros and cons to both the sides, but in this presentation, I will present my viewpoint as to why I think we should have death penalty. Now, here you can also go with by saying, again, मैं थोड़ा off track जा रहा हूँ, just to give you an example. Here you can go with your कि भाई मेरे like my idea is we should abolish death penalty. Again, so I am going with that we should keep death penalty as a form of punishment in our criminal justice system. Now, coming to what is the need of this death penalty? There are certain cases, there are certain offenses that are committed which are so heinous, which are of such a magnitude. See as to how I'm emphasizing on words. There are such cases, there are such heinous offenses which shocks the conscience of the society. Let's let's go back the memory lane and look at a couple of examples. Let's take Nirbhaya gang rape case, or the Ajmal Amir Kasab incidents where they opened fire on innocent people in Mumbai, and it was a huge terror attack on India. Looking at these two instances, we see the kind of offense or the gravity of the offense that these perpetrators did. It is very important that we send a signal into the mind of any and every future perpetrator that if in case you do such a heinous crime, your fate will be the same as to what happened to all those gang rapists and as to what happened to Ajmal Amir Kasab. See, इतना मैंने बॉडी में बोला कि भाई बहुत हीनियस ऑफेंसेस, बहुत ग्रेव सर्कमस्टांसेस होते हैं, उनके अंदर हमको देना होता है so that future perpetrators don't do the same thing. In order to conclude, again, I would say yes, there are ways, there will be moral arguments that if we are no one to give the life, then we should not be the ones to take the life. There is a moral conundrum for sure. See how I used conundrum as a good vocab word. So yes, there will be a moral conundrum with respect to whether we should have death penalty or we should not have death penalty. But at the end of the day, when we humans came into society, we started living as a society, we promised to each other that safety and security. In order to be safe and secure from perpetrators of heinous offenses like these, we need to ensure that we send a clear signal. And that's why I would conclude that India should keep and we should not abolish death penalty in India. That's it. मेरे को लगता है अगर मैं बीच में जो commentaries I was giving for you guys to understand, if I would not have given these commentaries, I think I would have wrapped it up in like 90 seconds or 120 seconds. That's it. Just see how those thoughts flew. मैंने कुछ दो ही पॉइंट पे बात की। मैंने मोरालिटी के साथ भी एसोसिएट कर दिया, मैंने फ्यूचर परपेट्रेटर्स के लिए भी दे दिया, हीनियस ऑफेंसेस एंड ग्रेव केसेस के लिए भी दे दिया। I talked about those two, three, 4 points, and that's it. I gave some real life examples of Nirbhaya gang rape, Ajmal Amir Kasab, done. My ideas were clear to you, right? That is how you need to practice for your micro presentation. And I sincerely hope that you guys would have understood, and this session would be very, very handy with respect to your preparation guide in times to come. So, wishing you all the very best to all the aspirants who are preparing for Christ University examination. And thank you so very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Top Rankers Legal Edge YouTube channel. And do share this video with all your friends who are also preparing for Christ University examinations. On that note, thanks once again. All the very best to all of you.